personal sexual things that Robert Sarver was putting out in the open public in regards to his wife and what they were doing. Bruh, I don't want to know. I don't want to know about you and your wife and y'all. No. If these are actually true statements in regards, but I mean, when you got 5 or 6 employees saying like, yo, this is what he was doing, you might want to listen. Adam Silver, my thing is this, bro. You got a lot going on. You've been doing a great job as the commissioner of the NBA so far. You got to find a way to do a better job of getting to these particular things ahead of time. Some things are not going to be, caught just like that. You got 30 teams in the NBA. That's kind of hard to highlight. But I know for Chris Paul, he's just like, yo, I got away from Sterling, and then I got to deal with this situation right now. Are you kidding me? I can't get away from this. But, yo, Adam Silver, find a way to make sure, this doesn't put a really bad stain on the NBA, especially when you've been doing a great job building things back up in regards to the public eye of the NBA. All right. Listen, y'all, we're going to take a quick time out. We got to handle some bills. On the other side, though, we got moving the chains. We're going to talk about the return of Superman. Cam is back in Carolina. We're going to talk about him. OBJ in LA. OBJ finds his way to the Rams and why I feel like he has to make it work in LA or else. Y'all stay tuned on the other side. We got more of what you came here for right here on the Champions Lounge. What's going on, my good people? Welcome back inside the Champions Lounge with yours truly, Mr. All About My Biz. Still out here handling my biz so I can take care of my future kids, y'all. Listen, man, I'm so glad you guys could stick around once again for another episode of the Champions Lounge. Do me a favor, though. Don't be just a participator, just visualize everything. Be a participator. Be a supporter of the Champions Lounge by going to Spotify, Anchor, Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the YouTube channel, which is the Champions Lounge. It has exclusive content each and every week from the world of sports, the NBA, and the NFL. Well, listen, man, with the Champions Lounge, we're going to give you that barbershop talk, but we're going to make sure you leave with a Champions walk where you will be fearless, focused, and ferocious to get to, maintain, accomplish, and overachieve every goal that you set out for the week to come, all right? Listen, it's the part of the show where we can't go forward unless we take a little step back. And with that being said, it's time for the trivia question of the day. All right, my good people, you hear the music. The trivia question of the day. Trivia question of the day is this. What NFL running back had 10 or more carries for the season, but ended the season with negative yards? What NFL running back had over 10 carries, but finished the season with negative yards? I'll let you guys sit, ponder, and marinate on that particular question, and I'll be sure to give you the trivia question of the day answer right before we get into Stop Playing. All right, so let's get right into the time of the show. It's that time for Move the Chains. All right, y'all. So we got some news coming out of Carolina, and I'm going to cue the music. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Super Cam. Little corny. But yo, Cam Newton finding his way back home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Yo, Cam finding his way back to Carolina just in time to possibly reignite a Carolina Panthers playoff push. I mean, seeing him on Sunday exemplifies what we're going to talk about in the championship speech, where gratitude is an attitude. And seeing him yell, I'm back after scoring that touchdown, man, that brought so much joy to my heart. I mean, listen, when you've had so much of a tumultuous last couple of seasons like Cam has, and then have some success on Sunday for the team where he had most of his success throughout his career, former NFL MVP, got them to the Super Bowl, and, coming back home, we got to see what the Carolina Panthers are able to do. No Sam Darnold. He doesn't seem like he's the answer in Carolina. Yo, this could pretty much be Cam Newton's team all over again. The team has revamped the offense, got some good receivers. Defensively wise, you add Stephon Gilmore to a defensive unit that Carolina has spent a lot of draft capital on over the last couple of seasons. And Carolina could be a team, second half of the year, that, it's going to be a scary team possibly. You got McCaffrey back. We got to see if he can stay healthy. Can he stay healthy, and can they help the team, help Carolina possibly make a run for the NFC playoff or the wild card right now? They're sitting at 5-5. They got plenty of time to make some moves. I love Cam being back in Carolina where it all began. I can't wait to see what happens next week. He goes to take on his former coach in Ron Rivera and the Washington football team. It's a game I got highlighted for next week, all right? So Cam, can he do? Does he got enough juice? Can he go back in the phone booth again, circa 2015, and ignite a Carolina playoff push? What say you? Leave your comments in the show notes, and I'll be sure to get you that answer and talk about Cam and his return to the NFL on next week's show. Speaking of a guy making a return, just a tad bit, OBJ making his way to LA. Odell Beckham Jr. said goodbye to Believe Land and hello to Hollywood. OBJ signs with the Los Angeles Rams last week after having to decide between the Rams and the Green Bay Packers. He decided to take his talents to Venice Beach, if you will, as the Rams sign OBJ, have all intentions of, we all the way in. We all the way live. We trying to go for the Super Bowl or bust, especially with it being in SoFi Stadium this year. So, hey, we got to make sure we build this money back, We didn't spend all this money on this state-of-the-art arena. We got to make sure we got a winning team. And the Rams, they've made it clear that, we're going all the way in to try to get LA a title. All right, you bring in Von Miller, you bring in OBJ. Unfortunately, Robert Woods goes down with an ACL injury, and he's done for the rest of the year. Right before a Monday night game against the San Francisco 49ers. They look lost, though, in that game. Look like a team not really prepared for the 49ers, who pretty much punched them in the mouth all night long. I mean, that's not indicative of what a Rams team is, especially when you got a powerhouse, an all-pro, Mr. 99, number 99, Aaron Donald running your defense. You got Jalen Ramsey on the outside as well. You bring in Von Miller. You got some pieces on your defense already, and you keep getting punched in the mouth by the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, this is a team that some felt like was a legitimate contender for a Super Bowl run. But putting on performance like that on Monday Night Football, now listen, you got a bye week. You got some time to kind of build some things and build some chemistry with the crew. With Matthew Stafford, OBJ, them getting in some type of rhythm. But, my thing is this. If I just saw that this receiver pretty much put his former quarterback on Jump Street, if I'm Matt Stafford, I'm watching my back. Because OBJ could do the same thing to me. My thing is this, though. One of my things that I want to talk about real quick is OBJ needs to make this work in LA. 29 years old. You're not the same young receiver that came out of LSU. You've had some injuries the last couple of years. But, bro, it's put up or shut up time for you. Because obviously is this. Everyone knows that you're super talented. But at the same time, are you a winning player? Are you a guy that is going to help the team win and win now? Because you don't have a title. You don't have a title right now. Or you got Eli Manning on the back end of his career. And now you have Matthew Stafford, doing a great job so far, running the offense for the Rams. But what happens if you two can't get the chemistry right? My thing is this. What's the common denominator? Something to think about. Sometimes you got to look at the man in the mirror and change your ways. Just saying, man. OBJ, you got to make it work in LA. But my question is LA still a legitimate contender for the Super Bowl this year? What say you? Leave your comments in the show notes as well. And I'll be sure to answer those questions in regards to the Rams and all their acquisitions so far this season on next week's show. All right. Now we turn the page just a tad bit as, last week, I was just trying to make it. I really was, y'all. I was just trying to make it through, especially after the week prior where I did something I've never done before. Go 0-4 the entire week. What? That don't happen. Champions don't do that. They have rough nights, but not completely horrible off the rails type of nights. You don't go 0-6. Got things together. Went 3-3 last week. We're now 27-27. Still at 500 for the week. Let's see how we can get things going in week number 11 of the NFL season. Let's get it going. It's NFL week 11, pick 6. All right. Let's get it popping. Okay. We got the 6 games I got my eyes on. 6 games I got my eyes on for this week in the pick 6. All right. Let's go Pittsburgh and the LA Chargers. Last week I was highly disappointed with my Chargers against the Minnesota Vikings. We don't know if Big Ben is going to play yet for Pittsburgh. I'm going to give the edge to LAC and for us to get our act together back in the AFC, especially with the Kansas City Chiefs playing like they're the Kansas City Chiefs again. All right, New England, Atlanta, Thursday Night Football. Atlanta knows what happened the last time they played the New England Patriots. This Patriots team looks very good again. I'm going to give the edge to New England to win on Thursday night. Indy, Buffalo, my upset special of the week. I like the Colts taking down the Buffalo Bills. Jonathan Taylor and that offensive line for the Colts, they're going to make sure they do just enough to get the dub and for them to kind of get a little bit more wiggle room in the AFC. I like the Carolina Panthers to take down the Washington football team, especially after Chase Young goes down for the season with the ACL. I like the Cincinnati Bengals taking down the Las Vegas Raiders. And then I got the Dallas Cowboys, and I can't believe I'm actually doing this right now. But I'm going to take a deep breath, and I'm going to be a realist. I like the Dallas Cowboys to take down the Kansas City Chiefs. And that, ladies and gentlemen, ends the week. And that's my 6 games I got my eyes on for week number 11 in the NFL. So listen, y'all, we're going to take a quick time out. We're going to handle some things on the back end of everything. When we come back, we got one of my favorite parts of the show with Stop Playing. Don't take no crazy recess. Y'all make sure y'all come back from y'all lunch break and come back for more on the other side. This is the Champions Lounge. What's good with you people? It's your chill brother from another